guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share with y'all something that has happened in my life, and this video will also be a tribute to my beautiful Aunt Dana. For those of y'all that do not know this, my aunt passed away a little bit over a month ago now, and I needed some time to reflect and to heal. So that's why I did not post a video in a while. That and the fact that my aunt was pretty much my #1 fan with literally everything, and she was always supportive of me. So I really needed some time to get myself together and be able to open up to you guys about this. This loss was very unexpected, and when you lose somebody unexpectedly, it hurts the most. And even with talking to you guys about this now, I feel like it's still going to feel fresh. But like I said, I want this video to be about her because she deserves it and because she was always there for me. I will start by letting you guys know what happened. On St. Patrick's Day, I received a phone call later that evening, and it was from my mom. And she basically told me that my aunt was in the hospital. She said that things weren't looking good, and when she told me that, I literally became in shock. I couldn't understand like what was going on, and it wasn't even like I could drive to Charlotte like right away because I live miles away. So my heart literally felt like it sank. And I couldn't believe it because a couple days before St. Patrick's Day, I had just told her that I wanted to see her once I got back to Charlotte so that she could see Hardison again. She hadn't seen him in so long. The last time she saw Hardison, he was a baby, like a small baby, so I wanted her to see how much grown he looked. My mom told me that I should reach out to my uncle, and he would explain to me what was going on. So I called him, and he did not pick up the first time, but then he called me back, and I told him that I was going to Charlotte the next day, which is going to be Sunday. And he told me that he just wanted me to get to Charlotte safe, and that as soon as I got to Charlotte, he would explain to me what was going on. And I left it like that. I was like, okay. Sunday came, and I literally left first thing in the morning. I tried not to speed, but I just wanted to get there and I just wanted to see her. So once we got to the hospital, we saw my uncle walking with my cousin, and I quickly found a parking spot and like reached to him, and I was like, what's going on? And he kind of pulled me to the side, and just pretty much told me that I should be prepared for what I was going to see. My aunt wasn't doing good, and that there was basically no brain function. She basically had no brain function. As soon as he told me that, I broke down because I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that this was really happening. And I kind of had to get myself together because my cousin, she didn't know really the severity of the situation at the time. Once we got inside, we saw my aunt's mom and her sister, and a couple of her friends were there too. And so I was told that only 2 people could go in to see her. And I went in with my aunt's mom. And while we were walking there, she was explaining to me what was going on and how she was, her condition. And literally the whole way there, I was still in shock. And kind of trying to mentally prepare myself for what I was about to see. We got there, and before we could go in, we had to put on a gown and some gloves and like this like mask thing to cover your mouth and nose, so you wouldn't spread infections or something like that. And while I was putting my stuff on, I could kind of glance and see my aunt there in the room. And finally it was time to go in, and seeing her in that way was really tough. You know, I had never seen anybody on life support ever, and her being so full of life prior to this and just always excited to see you and just always happy to greet you and welcome you to her house or wherever you saw her. It was really weird. It was weird and it hurt. And just there was just so many emotions. And of course, like, I just couldn't contain my tears. So even though I was told that if I spoke to her, she would not listen, I believed that she could. I still believe that she could, and I basically just told her that, you know, she would pull through, and to me, like, I believe in miracles. I believe that she would be all right, that she would come back to us, and I pretty much, that's what I asked, for her to come back to us. At one point, I asked if they could turn on, like, her favorite songs by Ed Sheeran. She loves Ed Sheeran. Later on that same day, because we stayed there for a while, and they did. But like I said, it was something that was really tough to see. And so we came back, my brother and I came back the next day, which was Monday, to see her again. And that day was, I think, the toughest of all days, because we were sat in a room and they were going to tell my cousin the severity of my aunt's condition. Prior to this, I did see my other cousin, and the first thing he did was give me a hug and ask me how I was doing. He was asking me how I was doing, and I tried to be strong for him, and you know, I still couldn't believe he asked me how I was doing, but at the same time, like, you know, both my cousins literally have my aunt's heart. Like, they're very caring, and they would ask, you know, her friends and family how they were doing, and just like giving them comfort too. So, you know, you could see my Aunt Dana in them, for sure. So yeah, so moving on to when they finally told my cousin, that was extremely tough. But the whole family was there, and we cried, and we hugged one another, and later on that day, she passed away on her own. Um, to me, speaking about it now still feels so fresh, you know? She was loved by a lot of people, but the thing is, she always let others know that she loved them. Always. Like, she would reach out to literally everyone that she had in her life, and made sure to tell them that she loved them and that she missed them, and just, you know, that's who she was. And part of me still feels a little bit of regret for not being able to give her the attention that she would give me. You know, I have a ton of family members, and I'm not even trying to talk crap or anything, but I have a huge family, and out of all of them, you know, she was definitely one to always reach out to me, always. And to me, that's tough, because knowing that I won't be hearing from her again, that hurts me. And what hurts me even more is the fact that, you know, my 2 cousins lost their mother, you know, really early in life. I don't think anybody expects for that to happen to them. You know, you believe that, or most of us believe that, you know, we're born and we live the cycles of life, and then we reach to the point where we're really old and we end up dying. But none of us are prepared for things like this. But yeah, this woman was just an amazing woman to me. I don't have any bad memories of her, because I'm telling y'all, she was full of life. She was sweet, caring. Her door was literally always open, like literally always open, because she literally welcomed everyone to her house. She was definitely not judgmental of anyone, and if she could be there for someone, she definitely would. You know, like, I'm very grateful to have met such a wonderful human being, and I hope to also be like she was, you know, be caring and be there for anybody who needs it. Because when you can just give a little bit of happiness or hope to somebody who's not feeling good, it can do a lot. You know, I'm thinking about it, the last message she sent me, which was about a month prior to her passing away. It was this long message, and, you know, I'm not a perfect person, and I don't think anybody else is in this world. But, you know, just seeing those words of saying how proud she was of me, and of the mother I became, of the wife I was, and how we're doing and stuff like that, that meant a lot to me, and I will forever, ever cherish those words. And as for my cousins, I will always be there for them, you know, because they're my family. But yeah, it was really tough, and it still is. And to me, definitely time heals. But I know that she's in a better place, and she is no longer suffering, and will forever be watching over us, because she cared for everyone, her friends, her family, especially her kids. Those were her loves. You know. But yeah, I will forever remember her, and I'm sure her friends and her family members will remember her too, as just this beautiful, sweet, loving individual. who is now living eternally. I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot, and I definitely want to continue into a routine now and start uploading videos weekly. Once I know when I'm going to start uploading videos, I will definitely let you guys know. I definitely want to keep you guys updated on, you know, life as a military spouse, and also how mommy life is treating me. My son is now 17 months and walking. Yay! Finally. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated on that, and once again, I appreciate you guys so much for watching my videos, and stay tuned for new ones. Bye.
I took the supermarket flowers from the windowsill. I threw the day-old tea from the cup, packed up the photo album Matthew had made, memories of a life that's been loved. Took the Gil Wilson cars and stuffed animals, poured the old ginger beer down the sink. Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down, but Mom, there's a tear every time that I blink.
Oh, I'm in pieces, it's tearing me up, but I know a heart that's broke is a heart that's been loved.
So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go, and when God takes you back, you say hallelujah.